Hi everyone, how's it going? I'm pretty sure you're doing great. This is the last video designed for Task A that course, and you've got all the links to the set of tasks PDF file, quiz, and anything else somewhere on the screen and in the description. So let's not waste time and work out some tasks. Today I'm going to do two tasks with you. So let's look at the set, and it'll be task number 2 and task number 3. So let's dive into them. First of all, task number 2. Implement a bubble sort algorithm based on arrays of integers. Okay, so I'm gonna copy this and paste into my Java file. Okay, so bubble sort is one of the most common sorting algorithms. And when it comes to algorithms, sometimes they can be tricky, but practice makes perfect. And I'm sure the bubble sort is a great entry point for beginners. Okay, let's kick off with the steps that the algorithm takes to sort a collection. And I'm going to show you that in a small animation. Okay, so the principle of operation is based on comparing the next two elements, starting from the first two. And depending on the direction of sorting, the algorithm swaps the elements places or not. Next, the pointers are moved to the next elements, and so on. If we sort in descending order, after the first iteration, the greatest element is at the top of the collection, like the bubble with the most error. So, in the next iteration, the algorithm doesn't have to check again for that element. Therefore, it starts again with the first two elements and processes the whole operation again, but this time without comparing the last element. And the process is repeated until all elements are sorted. Okay, let's see it in the animation. So we've got 7 and 4 on the beginning, and here we've got pointers on those number, and we are sorting in descending order, so the higher numbers go up. So let's start. 7 and 4. 7 is greater, so it's going up. So now we move the pointers. We leave it because 20 is the higher number. Now 20 is up. Okay, great. Now we move again pointers, and 20 is going up again because it's greater than 0. Now the pointers are starting again from the beginning, and please notice that 20 is already sorted. Now number 7 is going up. Okay, pointers up, and 7 is going up again. Okay, and 7 is sorted. Again, we repeat the process from the beginning. As you see, 4 is going up, and next one, 4 is going up again. Okay, and 4 is already sorted. And the last comparison. Okay, great. So, as you've seen, the process is not complicated. Let's try to implement this now. Where do we start? How about creating the array with unsorted elements first? So, let's say final int square brackets numbers, and in curly brackets, let's say 4, 55 minus 9, 22, 100, and minus 2. Okay, and why not to print it out? So 4 int numbers, cout, and number. Okay, let's check this out. Okay, it seems okay. Okay, let's add here unsorted. Okay, what next? We need to iterate over the collection, but once is not enough. We need something called a nested loop. Simply put, it's a loop inside a loop, like this one. Or, and inside we've got or again. Okay, so the first one, the outer loop, controls how many times we need to go over the collection from the beginning to be sure the elements are already sorted. The second one, the inner loop, is responsible for comparing the elements, swapping or not, and moving pointers. Okay, let's say we want to sort in ascending order. So we set the outer loop first. We know that after the first transition, the greatest element is in the right place. Thus, we don't have to check it again. So the number of comparisons have to decrease. We can control it by counting the number of elements in the array and decrement after each iteration. In that way, we start here initialization I equal numbers and length, but please notice that we are here out of the range because the number of elements is 6 and the last index is 5, right? Because we are start counting from 0. So we need to put it here -1. Then repeat until I is greater or equal 0. And now we need to decrement the I variable in that way. Okay. The inner loop depends on the outer by taking the pointer to which it should iterate in that way. Integer, we start here from 0 and smaller or equal I and increment. Okay, so we start counting from 0 and iterate as many times as the outer loop says because it controls that, right? So that's why we've got here I. Okay, now it's easy. We need to check if the first element is greater than second, and in that case swap them. So let's say if numbers j is greater numbers j plus 1. Okay, and in that case we need to swap. So let's prepare tmp variable numbers, let's say j, and again plus 1. Okay, and to number to j plus 1 we assign tmp. Okay, that should be fine. Let's check this out. So we got here the close and cout sorted, and let's print it out again. Okay, let's run it. Okay, and as you see, we've got array index out of bounds exception, index 6 out of bounds for length 6. Okay, that's why we've got 6 elements, but the last one is number 5, of course. The index is under 5, and here we've got number 5, so it passes it here. So the j can be up to 5, and when we achieve 5 here, then over here, exactly in that point, we try to add 1. So that's the mistake here, because 5 plus 1, then we've got 6, right? And that's why we are out of the bounds. So how to fix this? We can change here and start counting from number 1. Then as a first element, we put it here -1. So 1 minus 1 is 0. So we've got the first element here. So here it's 4, and here it's 55. So this is how it works. And now here we need to change also. Okay, and I guess we need to change the direction here. Okay, it seems okay now. Let's check this out again. Okay, cool. We've got sorted, and we've got correct order also. Cool. Okay, the algorithm works fine, but there's one disadvantage. Let's have a look. How many iterations are executed in that particular example? We can count them. So let's put it here. Int iterations. Okay, let's say 0. And now we can put it into inner loop over here and increment this and print it out. Okay. Okay, and let's run it. So as you see, we've got 15 iterations. Okay. Okay, good. Let's change now the input into an already sorted set. Over here, I duplicate this line, comment the first one, and I put it here, the same number, so 6 elements, but already sorted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, but of course, normally we don't know if the array is sorted or not. Okay, so let's run it again. Okay, again, we've got 15 iterations. And the question is, why so many? The array is already sorted. So the algorithm should go through elements once and finish the task. Instead, it iterates unnecessarily over and over. So let's try to fix this. We can add a swap flag and control the flow. We can add it here, like boolean, let's say swapped, okay, without value. And when we set on true, the elements are unsorted. Otherwise, the collection is already sorted, so we can break the loop and finish the task. So first of all, on the beginning outer loop, we set the swapped on false. And then when we swap, we put it here, the true. Okay. And the last thing, we have to check if swapped, then break. So if the swap is true here, so then we've got true and exclamation mark, so we've got false. So we need to iterate once again, but otherwise we've got we've got false, right? And then we put it false and exclamation mark, false into true, then we break the loop. So let's check this out. Okay, and as you see now, it's a little bit better. So you've got 5 iterations. So this is the end of that algorithm, this task, and I think it works fine. Okay, now let's go to task number 3. I've already created the Java file and copied the description as you see. So let's dive into this. Write a program called the email name generator that takes an array of names and surnames and creates an email array based on a template. The single email should be created using the following template. A. Beginning of the email based on the first 3 letters of the name. B. Then the last 2 letters of the surname. C. Duplicates are not allowed. In that case, generate some number and append it after the surname part. D. Remember to append the @tpc.com suffix. E. All in lowercase. Okay, and here's we've got an example. So input. Please notice here we've got the same name and surname. And here we've got an output where here's the difference, the generated number. Okay, and also I've prepared the array of records with names and surnames. It's generated by namegenerator.org.uk. Okay, where to start? First of all, let's prepare maybe an array for emails. So final string, it's an array, so square brackets, emails, new string, and the size is a length of records. So records dot length. Okay, perfect. Next one, we can pull out a static thing like suffix. So final string suffix, and it was at com. What else? We can initialize the counter, which will be used to make some difference, like in this point. So we can put it here, int id, let's say, and 0. Okay, next we need to prepare for loop because we need to create new email for each record. So the loop is perfect. Let's say for 0 records length and I plus plus. Perfect. Now, first of all, we can pull out the name part. It was based on first 3 letters of name. So let's say string name part, and we've got record I, and we can substring 3 elements, right? Oh no, from 0 to 3 in that way. So we've got the name part. Here we've got surname part, which is last letter of surname. So we've got last 2 elements. So we can say record dot length -2 because we want to the last two elements. So it will go to the end, the last element and the last index, and then we go back by two elements, and that part will be pulled out. So now we can create actually new email. So let's say string new email, and we've got name part plus surname part plus suffix. Okay, so we've got new email, but before adding two emails, it's good to check if there's the same email already or not. So let's prepare something to check this. I prepared the boolean variable exists. Let's say false. And now I'm going to go through emails. So string email from emails. Okay. And if new email equals email, then you've got exists true and break, right? Because we know it exists already, so we've got the knowledge. Okay, now if exists, so if it's true, what we want to do? Let's say we want to increment ID, our simple generator, and now we need to split the new email. String splits, it's of course an array, splits, and we've got new email and split, and we put it here regex. So this is the expression by which the certain string is splitted. So let's say for us is, what was that? Duplicates are not allowed. Remember to append the TPC. Append after surname part. Okay, so we've got a suffix, so we can split by add sign and then joining the strings again. So let's put it here, add sign, okay. And now emails we can assign splits the first element, the first part, so it would be name part and surname part plus ID plus suffix again. Okay, so this is the way. Otherwise, else email new email. Okay, and now let's check if it works. Let's print it out. And the email generator. Okay, and let's print it out. String emails. email. Okay. Mhm. Almost fine because we have to add all in lowercase, right? So we need to add this feature. Okay, to change it, we need to provide the transformation over here. We provide brackets because we are joining the strings, right? And the result should be transformed to lowercase in that way. And that should be fine now. Okay, perfect. And I think the task is over. It's quite okay. Okay, that was the last task here, and try to solve the rest from the set. And remember, example solution you've got on my GitHub, and also if any questions, put in the comment. Take care.